Okay, Mystic Beauty by Kiki's Hero. Thank you for coming. This is gonna be the current energy for Libra. I don't do private readings, so you can't get scammed. This intent is for the Sun sign. Um, yeah. So let's just jump into it. It's just the energy right now coming up, or the feelings for the month of November. Positive energy from the universe only. And let's get started. Positive energy from the universe. It's coming up for Libra for the month of November 2025. Positive energy for Libra. Four of Wands upright. Okay. Positive energy. Positive energy. Positive energy. Positive energy. Okay. Six of Cups reverse. Positive energy. Universe only. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of deck energy. Justice for Libra. High Priestess for Libra. Three of Cups reverse. Overall energy. The Lovers. No, the Lovers. The Lovers. Overall energy for Libra. For the read. Okay, sorry about that. I had an issue with my phone. But yeah, the overall energy is the Lovers for Libra. So for Wands, I'm seeing like some type of commitment coming through. And I think you want this commitment to happen. Or maybe it's like you have some eye on the prize and you're actively going for it with Four Wands. Six of Cups reverse. So it's like you're actively going for what you want. It's like you've done a lot of maybe shadow work, maybe letting go of past trauma. Here in the Six of Cups reverse, and it's giving you that emotional fulfillment. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles reverse, but it's sort of like exhausted you. Sometimes when we have our eye on the prize and we do a lot of that work, it kind of puts us in a place where like, okay, now what? I don't know why I said that. Okay, but maybe you're having that feeling. Okay, now what? Maybe you're just like really burnt out, but it's like where to go forward in 3D burnt out. Okay, even though you had your eye on the prize, after we do shadow work, maybe it's not what we thought it would be. Okay, maybe what we thought we wanted isn't what we wanted in the end, or isn't aligning with what we wanted, because as we grow and as we shed different certain parts of ourselves, when we reach a certain point, or they call it like you're in a new season of life with a new cast and a new plot and new characters and all that stuff like that. The past season or the past episodes of your life has sort of shedded. And when we shed, um it can maybe be tiring, we might need our rest, or it takes a new alignment in what we're looking for in our life, especially in sort of like the 3D sense. So maybe you just kind of don't know what you want in the 3D anymore, and you don't know which direction to go. So and this is sort of like, it's not a page, but it's a knight. So it's like, how do we go from this to this? It's basically, how do we continue? So we're kind of on this path. We're on a horse, but we don't know which way to go. So how do we go from this to finding our path again? Um, Now I'm not getting any love vibes, and I'm not getting work vibes. I'm getting like our inner self vibes. Like I'm getting like self love vibes here. What you want out of life vibes for month of November. So Justice card. So what I'm gonna say is you're balanced right now. Um, and this is bottom of the deck energy. So on the outside, you had a path sort of built for yourself. And then you kind of did some shadow work. You kind of let go of past trauma, and you might be in the misalignment of what you want from the 3D world and what path you want to go on to in the 3D world. But it's like on the inside, because you fixed that trauma, it's like you're on the inside, you're in a way balanced. Um, I think you just need to lock into your intuition. So I think you're balanced. I think you're in the high priestess energy. I think though, right here under the Knight of Pentacles reverse, you have the Three of Cups. So that kind of aligns. So you're sort of misaligned here in the 3D, and you might need to let go of something in the 3D that you thought was emotionally fulfilling. It's giving that you're going to be walking away from a community that you thought would be emotionally fulfilling for you. Could be a job, could be romantic, but you're locked into your intuition here, or you will lock into your intuition, because here above the Seven of Cups, you have the High Priest. I'm sorry, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups. Well, you might have a choice. You do have a choice coming up with the Lovers, but the Six of Cups, in reverse, you're healing that trauma, and because you've healed that trauma and you've done that shadow work, your intuition is heightened. You're in your High Priestess energy, in a way kind of like divine femininity. Divine femininity, of course, is all about that intuition. Men have a natural intuition too, and I think it's an extension, uh from the masculine and the feminine energies that we have. We have to give men credit that they do have certain instincts in them that is granted through intuition, but we have it more so, especially in the 5D sense. And so it's like you're kind of locked into the high priestess energy after doing the shadow work. And so it's like, sort of had a plan, or you were locked in onto something, and it's like you're balanced for it, but is it what you want in the end? Okay, and I think what you want in the end is you're gonna have to let go, whatever it is. You're gonna have to let go of this past community that, I'm not gonna say holding you back, but you just shed it. You shed it, the cast. Okay, it's a new season, new plot, new characters. You shed old characters, but you need to finalize that. So you're going in with a choice, whatever choice, and then you have the Lovers. Okay, so if that's romantic to you, then take it how it resonates. But it just seems like you need to make a choice to complete your destiny. I'm going to clarify, because I'm not getting any romantic vibes. It's more like self love kind of situation. Okay, positive energy. Positive energy from positive energy from the universe only. Positive energy from the universe only. Okay. How many cards is that? One, two, three, four. Five. It's a lot. That's not too many. Okay. 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 I'm sorry. I'm just reading all these. Okay. Okay. We got spirit, protected aura, divine intervention. Rejection is protection. I don't know. I don't know. Um, we got lust. Oh shit, my cousin's calling me. Um, we got decision. We got getaway. We got magnifying glass. We got emotions. And we got gossip. Let me just tell her that I'm recording. Sorry. Sorry. So gossip, emotions, magnifying class, getaway, decision, lust, and spirit. So normally I take 4, but those kind of came out, and we're just gonna go with it. So you're divinely protected. If you were rejected from something, rejection is protection. Uh, Maybe that's why you had your eye on the prize from something, and you had to do some shadow work or to work on yourself to get some self love going to release this trauma, and that's kind of why you're feeling weary with the 9 of Pentacles. If this was romantic, could have been from lust. Uh, Maybe you really wanted somebody and they rejected you, but rejection is protection. Um, but you had a lot of emotions for them. Maybe they had a lot of emotions for you. I'm just covering the cards because they're a little risque. And then decision. So it's either you made a decision or you had a decision to make. If you made the decision, do not backtrack. It's having getaway. If you need to go on vacation, if you need to take a step back, it doesn't mean like go on vacation, but take a step back from the situation so you can get a new perspective. Go ahead and do that. And then you got magnifying glass and gossip. So maybe you heard gossip that is making you take a step back or is forcing a decision from you. And we got magnifying glass, showing proof, validation, confirmation, and finding the truth. Um, so I guess that sort of comes in from your intuition and your high priestess. So you're in the high priestess, you're in the justice. It's giving. It's giving. Maybe you need. You need to walk away from something here with the lovers and the decision. Um, you clearly have a lot of emotions for maybe even less. But if they rejected you, it's probably from the best. Maybe you hear a lot of gossip from this person and you're out to find proof. So take it how it resonates. I'm going to ask for the advice. How do you know this is actually? Okay. Hi. My cat's being nippy. Orion, stop. So many interruptions. I don't know if it's retrograde or universe is saying new message, but geez Louise, I'm going to have to do a bonus because there's a lot of interruptions in this video. Orion, please. He's we play, but I do not like being bitten when I'm trying to focus. Okay. How would do they know who this is? Because or what this is? I don't. Well, you know your situation. Can we get clarification on the situation? This is really weird. So three cups reversed again. It says overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time, three's a crowd, and gossip. So we did have gossip here. And we got judgment. Rebirth, inner. So I said, how do we know who this is or what this is? So 3 of Cups reverse is given. It's always to me like excuse me, you need to walk away from something, a community that's no longer serving you. Now, saying overindulge or having party, maybe these people party too much. Maybe they take more than they give, whatever the situation. Maybe if you collaborate this person, like you gave more than they gave, and you need to walk away from them, and you need to make a judgment call. So you need to stop like waiting around or waiting it. You just need to make a judgment on what you're gonna do, and I think the judgment is to walk away. So it kind of just gave advice, not on who this is. So if there's someone you know that you need to walk away from, do it. Sorry, that was kind of a rough reading as far as like. I'm sorry, I don't have any cutesy wootsy readings. I wish I did, but that was. Damn it. I'm sorry. Remember Scorpio season? Okay, so Scorpio represents death, and not death as in like people actually dying, but as in ending bad habits or walking away from things that need to be walked away from. Making decisions, endings, 10-10 completion, whatever. It's okay. It's okay. What else does Scorpio need to know? Oh, well, Scorpio, sorry. What else does Libra? What else does Libra need to know as I close this reading? What else does Libra need to know as I close this reading? Okay. Well, so it's definitely gonna move on. So sunglasses, maybe you're watching someone, maybe someone's watching you, or someone's spying on you. Remember I said get away, maybe take a step back and gain that new perspective. Dragonfly. So heal, work on healing, working on adapting, understanding that things change, ascending. Okay, so it's you go move on to a new phase. I think when you cut away from these people or a job, if it's a job, and you need to make a decision, do it and move on. Okay. Just looking at the cards here. Clearly, 333. The universe wants you to move on. And then, next phase, liberate from the past. Butterfly. Okay. So sorry that was not like hope that whatever that there's a continuation. Trust your intuition because you've done the work and you're balanced. You just need to move on. Okay. Happy November. Do this for you. That's why I said I'm not getting romantic and I'm not getting work. It's just a self-love vibe. Whatever it is you do to fulfill your self-love, do it. Happy November. Thank you for watching.